Hello Stamper, welcome to French's video. I'm France Martin, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. And today I'm going to show you two ways to use the frosted, Fancy Frost specialty paper on page 37. And I think we overlooked that, we pass it, we don't even pay attention. And it's gorgeous paper. It's embossed for you. It's not on glossy, it's on regular heavy cardstock, and you get 6 different patterns. This was one that I had done for the placemat, and I love the star on this. So you get the stripe, you get the star. The one we're using today, I think that's the star. So like any emboss, you know, it's raised on one side and then the other side. This is like snowflake, I would say. You get the polka dot little flowers, kind of stripes, and we're using this one today. I think it look a little bit like hollies, like those greenery. So let's get started. And I'm going to show you how to build the flower and everything. So we're going to start with my piece of paper, because we're going to use a red in the back. It measures 5 1/8 by 3 7/8, because the piece of real red in the back measures 5 1/4 by 4. And I'm using the old tradition color, you know, real red and garden green. I don't remember the last time. Well, garden green, it's a few times lately I use it. So I'm going to show you how to color it on both sides. I glued this one together here, but I had done the other side too because I wanted to try it. So I decided to finish this one this way, and this one we're going to do it on the other way. So you're going to take your ink pen, and I call it the tray down there where it's kind of caved in there. It is a tray. And then it's rounded a little bit. That's the size you're going to do. And this is the side that the emboss, it's raised up. So it's what you're going to do, very gentle. So you're going to take this and go very gentle. And you're going to have some in the background, and that is perfectly fine. I was having a tough time with my words. So you see, it's more like rustic a little bit, and that's the side we're going to use today. But I want to show you both sides. So now that's the size that it's indent. It's in the leaf. And again, you're going to use the same side and very gently. This one you grab there. You can go a little bit deeper on this one, but that is okay. Some of it gonna go in, or, you know, and you can go the other direction if you want. Et voila. It look kind of blah right now, but trust me, when it dry, it's gonna be very different. So we're gonna let it dry. So what I done, I used the real red marker, and I just did little dots here and there to make it look like those little berries on the holly. So that's what I done on the one that it's finished there. Let me bring this. You barely see the dots, but when it dry, you see the dots much better, you see? So that's the side, the same that I show you that it's done. Let's turn this around. And now this is the side we're going to finish. So I'm going to take the time to do a little bit more dots. And I just put here and there. I don't have no pattern to follow. Really, it's not a ollie leaf. You know, they don't have those points. But I think the way that we do it with the green and the little dots, it can make it look like hollies for the holidays. So, that would be a print you can use for everyday occasion. It don't have to be for Christmas, because really it's not even a holly leaves. But I choose to use it for Christmas. So it's no right and wrong. You can even sponge it in pink if you want, you know. It's let your imagination run wild, really, with this. So that should be good. So, So now we're gonna leave that aside. So you see I got all my little dots. And see the back as it dry, it get a lot better, and it's almost look like you get a line coming through. So this side is this side. So the indent it's in, it's pushing down. It's raised up, and that's the side we're going to use. Some of you, that's going to drive you nuts where it went on, but I think it's going to look like it's more rustic, even with those in the color of everyday color. So let's, I got a big knot here. That when this happened, see, I got a big knot there. Everything want to catch. Make sure you clean your fast fuse once in a while. So let me remove this, and somebody must play with my fast fuse, because I don't let it go that bad usually. Here we go. We're going to put it back in, and now we should be in way better business. Oh, voila. Much better. Oops. Just check. Now I'm using the real red ribbon. That's the satin ribbon, the stitch satin ribbon, and it's 3/8 of an inch. And this time we're going to mount the card up and down. This one, it's mounted, well, really it can go either way. So I'm going to put the ribbon on the other way. That's what I'm saying. So I'm just going a little bit longer than my card. I would say about what? Oops, come back here. I would say about 3" more. I'm going to do a faux bow or faux knot or whatever it's called. I got some paper that went through this here. And another. So I do like a double knot. Here we go. Now we're going to take this here. We're going to put that right here. In the back. I went very much on the side there. Here we go. We're going to mount that on our real red. And now after that it's mounted, that's when I come and go sideways in my loop, and voila. This is where I had that. Here we go. So now I get my faux bow. Now for the festive, the poinsettia here, I'm using the festive flower. And what we want 5 of this and 2 of this one. I'm not using the big one on that one. I don't want a big flower. I already pre-stamped some, and I'm using 1 1/4 circle. And what you're going to do, start on the, like, you're going to come from the right to the left, so that way you won't waste all your paper. So I would do 5 of them, and you can do 6. So you see this here, it won't matter, because look. So that way you save a lot of your paper. You don't want to go from that end, because you're going to get the whole thing, and we don't want the big one. If you would want the big one, that's perfectly fine. Now I'm using Reason of the Season. It is on page 34 in the big catalog. We're going to use those little one, and that is for the little lines in it. This one got 5 petal. We're going to go ahead and do 6 petal, I think, on the back. So I'm using this one. You see, one it's more rounded, one it's more pointy. We're going to be using the pointy. That's going to be the one that's going to show. This is going to be glue. So the pointy there, we're going to stamp that. So I did that on a few of them. Let me check what I got here. Okay, this, and this, 3, 4, 5. I said I wanted to try 6, right? So we're gonna go, and one more. I just need one more. I don't need no more center. And then we're gonna do one more of this. And then for the center one, we're gonna use 2. I thought I had some. Oh, I got one there. Okay, I'm gonna do 2 more just in case we're gonna go with 6, but I think I'm gonna go with 4. Maybe I can even cut 1. So this one, it's the double one, just like the punch. And that it's all in the same set. And stamp that right there. I like to stamp after it's sponge, so that way I save a lot on the cardstock. And then this here, I just sponged around it. Didn't sponge the whole thing. And then we're gonna use some Wink of Stella. And I don't think I got my Wink of Stella here. Here we go. I'm gonna grab my Wink of Stella right here. I use that thing all the time. And the smaller one, whatever the double, I just went on the top a bit, just to have the top a little bit darker. Here we go. And then for the center, it's the same punch. I punched 2 of the glimmer, the gold glimmer, so that was just the little X there. That's for our center. Now we're going to start building. So with the building, and what I done before I build, it was a lot easier. I just took my Wink of Stella and just followed the lines. Well, kind of follow, you know. So that way I get a little bit of shimmer on my petal. It's not a must, it's just that it adds a little bit of festive bling bling. That is it. Gonna do this quick here, just say to add a little bit. I'm sure in the camera you cannot see well, but trust me, it adds quite a bit. I'm gonna use, I like to use my silicone when I build flowers. Here we go. What I'm gonna do is put fast fuse right there on my circle, and then I'm gonna have to add more, but right now I'm gonna start building this way, and I'm just gonna overlap them a tiny little bit. Oops, I need to go more in the center. Gonna go more in the center, because you could build more from out, but that's going to give a bigger flower. I really want a smaller flower. This one I'm going to put it on top here. I want one under. I tried to rotate them under top. See? And then this one should be under. Well, it's going to go on top. Oh, though I can go. I think I can, because they're all going to be, here we go. This one can go under, and now one on top. So you just rotate them like this. And then when this is done, I took my bone folder and I just roll, I don't know if that's I just curl it, see? Okay, I felt one that moved. This one barely got glue. Here we go. So now I got this part. This little one here, what I find that was easiest, it was with glue dots. So I just took one glue dot, go in the center, and then again, another glue dot. And over here. I think I will go ahead and put the 3 of them. So I'm going to have 6. So we're going to move that a bit this way. Just because it's going to make it a little bit more full because we get more on the outside. Usually I go in odd numbers, like 3, 5, 7, whatever, but for some reason I think poinsettia look good with even number. And now for my little center, again I use glue dots. So I'm not putting, we could use dimensional. to raise that up. And the reason why I don't put dimensional, because I want to mail it, so I didn't want over thickness neither. So now I'm going to switch this a bit. See, with the glue dot you get a little bit of give to move around. Et voila. See, it's already done, and it looked very well like a poinsettia. Now we're going to take this, put a few glue dots in the back of this. And put that right here. You know what? For some reason, I like to play with... Here we go. And now we're going to mount that. I should have mounted that on my white first. Easier to put the glue in the back when I don't have that big flower. But now you saw how to use the fancy, is it fancy? I can never, yeah, Fancy Frost Specialty Paper. How to add some color to it on both sides. You saw how I done it on the raised up or in the indent one. And voila, my friends. This is it. So very simple part, not that long. Hope that those color, I mean, for me, those color, it's been a while. I don't play with them anymore, but I think for Christmas, that's a true traditional colors. So hope you enjoyed this. For all your Stampin' Up product, visit my blog at FrenchieStamps.com. And I got all the supplies list that I use for these right at the top where it said the hi there. If you click on that, it's going to bring you right at my blog. And again, if you're not a subscriber on my blog, on my YouTube channel, right below you get the subscription button. If you subscribe and you click get notified, you will get notified every time I upload a video. And I do an average of 3 videos a day, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thank you so much and have a lovely day, my friends.